Gap down already by 15 seconds in the click of a finger. It's 1:10 now. The second rider in the line from Lidl Trek there at the front was Jakob Söderqvist. Swedish rider so good in the time trial. Surprisingly, it is his World Tour debut this week in Paris-Nice. He is having a good week because they were so close, weren't they, to winning that team time trial the other day. This is very pretty Saint-Martin de Castrillon. And there's Casper Pedersen, who's dropped a lot of energy expended from him earlier in the week, searching for King of the Mountains points in those breakaways. Nico Dents towards the back. Intermediate sprint points won't be contested. Bonus seconds are of no use to any of these riders. The best placed is Josh Charling at 35 minutes, 27 seconds. So the 6 seconds picked up are of no consequence whatsoever. 16 kilometres to hold on, 1 minute of a gap, and here comes the bunch of riders hungry to try and snatch victory from them. Descent will come quickly, a short section on the flat, and then the final climb of the day, the Côte de Seignon. This is Emmanuel Uku, one of the sprinters, hoping to hold on, but it's looking a hard job with one more climb still to go. It's Söderqvist now here at the front. Looks like we've just seen a turn as well from the rider from Decathlon, who's the Australian Callum Scottson. Sander de Pestel waits in third wheel for them, the Belgian. Through the arch they come, just under a minute now, the gap. Coming down quickly when they ride like this. But will it come down quick enough? 15 and a half kilometres to go. The grand finale's on the way. Looks absolutely beautiful up there. One of many that goes down on a very long list that I'll probably never even make an indent to, but since we started watching cycling and commentating and noting all the beautiful places, there'll be another one to add to the list. Tarling, Arrieta, Krukers. 51 seconds now. How are they looking, Sean?
Well, we can see back in the peloton the way it's just being pulled out the peloton, and that tells the pace is really on, and Little Trek are, really pushing it big time here. The advantage is coming down. We can see 50 seconds, and we can see here as well the three leaders. The road is not going downhill yet; it's just going flat, a little bit of uphill. So it's going to be a difficult one. They have to get over this and try and just get working together. But I'm afraid it looked possible there for a while when it did go out to 115, 120, and there was that little bit of downtime. But again, there's a team that wants to take it up here, and 14 kilometres to go, 49 seconds. It is a possibility, but it's going to be a very, very difficult one. They have to work really well together, and the next line will be the vital one, because I think there will be fireworks out of the peloton, and at that point, if they have only that 30 seconds, I think 40 seconds is still going to be too little.
You also wonder whether there'll be a firework out of this group as well. Thinking about Arrieta, he's the strongest climber. Final climb, will he decide to go it alone? Difficult to know, and difficult to know if it's the right thing as well, because it's a harder thing to do on your own, isn't it?
Well, I think he has no choice here, because he has to really go for it and just give it 100% and see what he can do here. And, that will be his opportunity as well to try and ride away on the climb, because we know he's a talent as a climber, and of the riders in front, you would expect him. And I say expect because when you're out in front here, often we say he's the best climber, he's a better possibility of winning the stage. But sometimes it's all about how much you have left in the tank at the end after a very difficult day for the breakaway guys.
Luke Lampert, he's still up towards the front as well, green jersey on, alongside the yellow jersey, Jonas Vingegaard. Vingegaard, the biggest threat to Luke Lampert's green jersey at the moment. And Leonard Kemner has made his way to the front to help out Lidl Trek too. Still Söderqvist for them. 45 seconds. Just 4 kilometres to the foot of the final climb of the day on day 6 of Paris-Nice, the Côte de Seignon, before descent into Apt. 179.3 kilometres today's stage, 2,000 metres of climbing, another fast and furious day. 3 riders remaining from the initial 4-man breakaway. Step Class was dropped 20 k's back, still there. Josh Tolling here at the back in the orange and white. In the centre there, the national colours of Luxembourg. They belong to Artur Klukas. And at the front, Igor Arrieta in the white, the man from northern Spain racing for UAE. This now is the Lidl Trek-led peloton. They today are racing for their Czech national champion, Matthias Vacek. They have Kemner to help, Söderqvist, and Krau. He's already been on the attack today. A couple of riders in there from Decathlon, including Sander de Pestel. Jonas Vingegaard just appearing on the right-hand side of your picture. Not too far from him, Luc Lamperti, in fact, just in front of him. Man who won the opening stage and wore yellow for the first couple of days. He's in the green jersey. He also has his own teammate in third place in the general classification, and in white, Georg Steinhauser. It's 40 seconds of a gap. It's coming down. In fact, it has been plummeting in the last few moments. They see the race organisation lead car go in front, and that's never a good sign. They know they'll be upon them soon, Sean. It's going to be now or never when they go into this climb. It's going to be one big effort from someone to try and win the stage, or they're likely to be caught.
Yes, well, there's no time to start looking at each other, and they have to just up the climb as quick as possible. And that's the question: who is going to be the strongest out of the 3 men leading here on this climb? But we can see 39 seconds, and we still have to get onto the climb. And then, of course, this climb, 4 kilometres. This is one where you're going to lose a lot of time if the battle is on behind, and it looks like it's going to be a one where breakaway guys are going to be disappointed, because there was times today, quite a few times, they were probably thinking, oh yeah, this could be the one where the break will go all the way, but it doesn't look like it at the moment with this 10.4 to go and this difficult climb to come.
Look how difficult it is to close the gap here. Jonas Vingegaard was very briefly caught out in a little split towards the front of the bunch then. Had to close the gap himself with the teammate who's looking after him. Victor Companat in a little group in front of him. You're looking at Nico Denz at the back in this group. Some are not going to see the front group again. Get down to 38 seconds now. Wow. This is incredible racing.
We can see gaps everywhere here, and that just tells the speed is being put on by the little Trek guys, and the front end of the peloton, that 40 riders, 45 riders, just one line, and then your small groups scattered along the road here.
Just over half a minute, the gap's to Lidl Trek, as Sean was saying, putting on the pace, and much in thanks to Søren Kragh Andersen. He's been feeling brilliant. Already been on the attack. He's now swapping off turns with Leonard Kemner on the left-hand side. Behind him is the Swedish time trial champion, Jakob Söderqvist. Luis Aular appears at the front in the Venezuelan champions jersey. Matteo Trentin. Biniam is still there. He is riding really well today.
Yes, he is riding well, and of course it has been okay for the sprinters, because they haven't been really a big fight on the climbs, but the next climb is the one where this is going to be a one where the sprinters are going to have to dig deep and try and stay in the contention to get to into a sprint position here, and there's going to be really a lot of suffer for the sprinters to get over this one, and but it's nice to see that some of them have clinged on in here and are in a good position for the moment.
Here we go then. Quick chicane and turn. 4 kilometres to the top. The final climb of the day. The second category, Côte de Seignon. 4 kilometres long, 5% average. Maximum in there at 6.4%. Narrow roads, twisty, turny stuff. It's going to be hard to hold the wheels when they're riding like heck. Coming in here in a moment.
Well, we can see here, it is the turning is going to be important, and we can see the riders who are taking control here. Paconat's just taking command here, and Ineos, we can see here also, pretty close to the front. But this is one now where you have to be in the top 30 riders, because there is going to gaps open here very quickly when they do kick on in the front of the peloton.
The acceleration we were waiting from Arrieta has arrived and occurred. Josh Tarling staying with him beautifully for the moment, though. Klukas is the first victim. 25 seconds is all they have. 3.5 K still to the top. Can Tarling give him anything?
But I think Tarling will be hoping just to hold on to this man here because he's the better climber, and he's got to just continue on. Forget about Tarling in the wheel, but he's going to take a turn here. And Tarling, this is a good one because if the two can just work well together. But 25 seconds still, 3.3k to the top. The moment there's somebody attacking with the peloton, the 20 seconds chopped off immediately.
Leonard Kemna, this gradient will suit him. Vauquelin just loses a few places behind. Fight for the podium, by the way, but not really on at the minute. They're all here right at the front. Martinez, just a couple of wheels behind Jonas Vingegaard. And Steinhaus is there as well. Biniam is holding on too. Luke Lamperti still in. There are fast finishes within this group still. Vatsek. What happens here when his team's done the job? Laurence Pithy as well sitting on. Dorian Godon. There's quite a few fast finishers still in this group. Here comes Lamperti moving up. Green jersey on. He'll be starting to smell an opportunity too. Can he survive this climb? Aulard is one who's just started to slip and slide. He's just alongside Biniam Girmay a bit further down. It's certainly a reduced group. Vingegaard has just the one teammate up towards the front. 28 seconds, and Klukas on your screen, just next to the motorbikes that are going past, and the leaders approaching the most difficult part of the climb now, where the gradient goes up to almost 7%. Right turn here is Arrieta in the white, Tarling in the orange. The man from the Basque Country and the Welshman. Looks as though Kemna is coming to the end of his forces and powers. Nicolas Prodon moving up, left-hand side in that Decathlon jersey. Turquoise right sleeve. And as it thins out a little bit further back, they travel 25 k's an hour up this hill. Klukas is caught on the wheel looking after Vingegaard, of course. Who else but Victor Campenaerts? Now Vatsek's gone to sit a little further back. He's sitting on the wheel of Laurence Pithy and Matteo Trentin. The question is what happens here when Kemna runs out, because he brought the gap back to a certain extent, but it's not really getting below that 30 seconds now.
No, but 2 kilometres to go for our leaders, and the peloton we can see just a little bit further back the road here. The moment somebody attacks, if leading striker continue on to make the pace, but now they have moved off, and it's Campenaerts who is taking it up here. But will there somebody attack in this next kilometre? And that's where the problem will be for a lot of the fast men, just to hold in. In trouble. That just tells this pace is just a little bit too long for these fast men, and he looked good there, but again, just sheer speed, just testing them out and not being able to follow.
Bye, Benny. Is Watson going to
single there? You can see another fast man just in difficulties from English. So this is this is a really difficult one. Once you lose 2 or 3 lengths here, well then it's pretty much game over. But if you can just hold on at the end of the group here, but the moment he attacks, that's going to be the danger. If Campenaerts is allowed to continue on this pace, well then there'll be some of the sprinters will survive.
Lamperti is still there, Vatsek remains as well, Pithy, Trentin. Looking for Aulard, who was very close to Biniam. So 22 seconds now, 1.5 k's to the top. Tarling and Arrieta putting up a wonderful fight. Tarling finally got his Grand Tour stage last year. Arrieta looking for a first World Tour win. This in the meantime is Jensen Plowright. He's hurting, he's suffering. Oh, he's going. They can see them now, 11 seconds. Campenaerts is doing real damage here.
Yes, and look at Campenaerts there, he just taps out this real killer of a pace, and it doesn't look like, that is a majorly fast one, but it just shows the way the gap is coming down, and the damage he's doing at the rear, just, putting riders out the rear door of that main group of yellow jersey, we can see here Lamperti also looking good at the start of the climb, and he made a move up there to move up into Vacek's wheel. He should have just stayed in his position, try and make the least effort possible, unnecessary effort I mean, but he's paying also now as we go further up the climb here, and still inside the final kilometre, so he might be able just to manage to hold on there at the tail end.
Lars still there, Rasmus Tiller remains as well. Is the rider in the red jersey. This is Lamperti. Axel Zingler starts to lose contact. It's his own team that's putting him out the back. Oh, no. He's not happy. He is not happy. Now. Well, that's something to talk about on the bus later on. 5 seconds. And Companat's riding so hard, his own mate's gone out the back, but if he's doing that, the thought is obviously first about Jonas Vingegaard rather than Zingler's opportunity to try and win the stage.
Well, it's difficult to control the guys, and when you have Victor Companat on the front like he's, the power he's got, and if he just rode a little bit slower, it might have helped, but I think the other teams will take it, as we can see,
an attack.
That's the case.
It's Martinez who attacks, it's Vingegaard who follows, and must do the same. Vokna's there, Steinhauser's there, the break is caught, Danny Martinez reacts late, but he does react. Now Vacek moves up, you can see Hondel's there too. Pithy's trying to respond a little further back, and it's Lenny Martinez who's launched the hostilities, starting the day in 5th place, looking higher up if he can. The man who's a minute and a half ahead of him in 4th is reacting well in that orange jersey. But where is Gerald Steinhauser? Oh, there he is, just at the back in the white jersey. Keep your eyes on Pithy, because at the minute, looking at this group, he's the fastest. Now Tejada, right at the top here with 4.5 Ks to go. Such an exciting bit of racing this. And this looks like it might be a gap that's going. Bachepant wants to respond. Steinhauser is here. And now Martinez. It's a descent to a finish and a slight upper ramp after that. But Harold Tejada stolen a march, and remember how good that work was from his team. Around 10 kilometres to go to bring him back after the bike change. That could be key if he brings this one home to Colombia. 4 kilometres remain in this stage 6 of full gas exciting racing at Paris. There's doubts about the mountain stage tomorrow. There's no doubt about the excitement of what we're seeing here today. Harold Tejada has just gone on the attack. The Colombian racing for XTS Astana has an opportunity to take victory. And now there's going to be a response. First it was Bachepant, and now Bahrain with Martinez. Steinhauser's in this group. Lawrence Pithy's still here as well. Jonas Vingegaard, of course, he's looking to make it 3 in a row for the first time in 49 years in Paris. The great Freddie Martins won the first 4 stages back in 77, led out by the man who's sitting next to me, Monsieur Paris, Sean Kelly, on what was his debut appearance at the race. Here's Tejada, so often, so consistent. And he's looking good.
Yes, he's looking real. And we can see there, a little bit of a looking, and then the rider pushes on here. Then there's another little bit of a let up, and it's a great opportunity for him. You can see Steinhauser here pushing on here, and you can see Martinez there is chasing on here, but we can see there's a rider from Cofidis there on the rear. I would reckon that has to be the rider from Jonas Vingegaard, I would expect. And they've done a lot of work for him, but he's in some company here now to try and win in this final. But Tejada looking real good here, a nice advantage for the moment.
Riders coming back to make this group bigger could have the effect of seeing everybody look at each other and give Tejada some advantage. Vingegaard just towards the back of this group in the yellow leader's jersey. Rider from Tudor's returning. Could be Trentin, He wasn't too far away. They already have Hondel at the front now. Danny Martinez, Lawrence Pithy, the Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe riders. Kevin Vokla. 2 riders from Cofidis now. Jonas Vingegaard is 1. through the small chicane there, led by Martinez. Just outside a kilometre to go for Harold Tejada. Has never won a World Tour race. Came onto the scene at the Tour de l'Avenir 7 seasons ago. Since turning pro, he's been Mr. Regular, in and around the top 10 without really being noticed. Just a couple of years ago, got his first victory in his native Colombia. Here he is on Paris-Nice, looking to try and hit the big time. But they're chasing him behind. They have him in their sights, and this is a few hundred metres to hang on now. Twisting, turning into these narrow streets. Ready to receive the Friday the 13th finish. So far, though, there's been nothing unlucky for this man. 500 metres to go. They're turning. Gourdon's return. I'm not sure they're going to get him now because it requires a big, big effort. But it's up the hill. Maybe one more dash behind can do it. But Tejada, we know, is a gifted climber. Here is the man from Colombia. A left turn to take before Vauquelin tries to put him behind because Gourdon, the French champion, wants victory too. It's going to go right down to the last here. Who escaped over the top, took his leave of those who are with him. He's smiling here, but he's not done it yet. He's going to keep it right on the line. Surely now he has it. Surely now he has it. And there he is. And thanks to those who helped him when he had the bike change inside the last 15 Ks. It's the big time at Paris. Second place will go. Let's takes third ahead of Brian Coquard. Then you've got the likes of Lawrence Trippy and company. But all of those years of being Mr. Consistent, of being up there, top 5s, top 10s, it's his day. And what a day, Sean Kelly, for Harold Tejada.
Well, what a ride, and he just see the moment there and went for it, and then there was a little bit of just the hesitation, who was going to chase him, and we did see a number of riders, try to up the pace a bit, but yeah, they always had somebody in the wheel, but take nothing from this man, that was a real strong performance, and let's not forget he had that mechanical problem to get back in, get up. Through the peloton, he was on a good...
سبسكرايب دا قبلنا نخيط كلنا حوات أنا ونا يفطر كنسل زلونا فطر جزيك خيط صباحون تعطى مسلني صباح بدا سلام يراقبنا كلهم سبسكرايب قوري حوات إن شاء الله أبزح عشان فيديوهات ሒዘልኩም تسفى قبر
Powerful win. Tejada wins finally at Paris-Nice. Victory now for Harold Tejada in front of Dorian Gourdon and Lewis Askey. This is the chase behind you.
Take nothing from him, a powerful win.
Tejada wins finally at Paris-Nice.
ቢንያም ጻይ ሳሳይ ወጥይሎ ጫርተ ተረፈስ ወላት ጻይ ኮቲን ተሰቀይለ مو يغني لنا كلهم عن سبب سنواتكم تساعدكم تنكس سبسكرايب وريهم يحوت صباح بالسلام يراقبنا ورخليتي باي السلام عليكم.